Yo, it's your boy Jet Sanders here, and I'm gonna be doing a prediction video on the upcoming fight between Israel Adesanya and Joe Bodybags Pyfer. Now, see, the first time I had shot this video, I didn't really have too much time or enough time to actually go through and really get an idea of who I think could win this fight, because at first, you're seeing it, you're like, Izzy versus Joe. Oh, I'm worried for Izzy, bro. Dude, Joe Pyfer, he's got some power. He's got some good knockouts so far. He knocked out Mearshar. He knocked out that Abus guy, who, but he's pretty good guy, anyways. But and of course, Izzy being on a losing streak right now, not very good looking for him. But after taking a minute, actually watching, going back, rewatching some fights, kind of studying the styles that they have and who fights who versus who, matchups that almost identical, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, I went back, I did a little bit of rewatching on some fights. And if I'm being real with you guys, Joe Pyfer was kind of having, I don't want to say he was struggling, but he wasn't. I feel like he was supposed to take out Gastelum a little bit more impressive than he did. I mean, he put on a show, but Gastelum had moments in that fight too, where you were like, oh, he's not out of there yet. So Joe Pyfer's fucking got amazing boxing, man, and I love the way he mixes it up with his takedowns and his wrestling and stuff, or his grappling skills. He's gotten some submissions on his thing. I was probably wrong. I think he might have submitted him. I don't remember exactly, man, but I do know that bro's known for his knockout power. And that's what a lot of us are worried about. Seeing that Imavov just knocked out Adesanya, it was a pretty bad knockout. It wasn't flatline KO, but bro definitely went out, and it was tough to see. It was tough to watch. In that fight, I had Imavov winning that fight. I had him winning by decision. I didn't think he would knock Izzy out. That was insane. I think a lot of us can agree that was some, like, whoa, But, anywho, where were we? Right. Joe Pyfer, man. I mean, he lost to Jack Hermanson. And, as we saw in that fight, he had a good beginning, but once the later rounds started coming, that's when the cardio and all that stuff really starts to take effect. And we saw there that his tank couldn't hold up. But it's been some time since that loss. He needed to lose that fight so that way he can come back better. And he did. He came back and he put on a show against Gastelum. And now, I think he beat a couple other people too, but at the Indian, he's improved since then. And with Israel Adesanya being on his 3-fight losing streak, before his Imavov fight, when he had fought with Dricus, he looked good. He looked really good in that fight. And I think that the reason why he lost that fight was because of Dricus's insanely, Looney Tune approach to takedowns, where he just kind of rams you and drags you down, and that was probably one of the funniest takedowns ever. But anyways, I think that is harder to predict somebody like Dricus, because Dricus is so random. He just throws and comes at you, and he doesn't care if he misses you. He's going to hit you with something because he's just going to keep running and throwing. So, but I like his style of fighting. It's different. It's unique. And that's really what helped him win that fight. But, you can see there were moments where where Izzy had the advantage in the striking. And in this fight with Joe Pyfer, Joe's got a heavy boxing stand-up style, which I think Izzy can kind of chop the legs up, stay at a distance, throw the head kicks and the punches, high punches, and all that. Because also another thing too to remember is this is his first not first, but he's not feeling the importance resting on him in this fight the way, when he would be fighting for a title, or if he's fighting in a main event, which I think this is still a main event, but, the fact that he's fighting somebody lower in the rankings than what he's used to. He's used to fighting top 5 guys or something, and now he's fighting a number 6 guy. So I think that he's going to be willing to do more. He wants to try more. He's even said it in other interviews that he wants to try new things out in the octagon that he was a little hesitant on doing before. So I think we'll see a more loose Adesanya in this fight. I think we'll get a vintage Israel Adesanya in this one. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I think we'll see tremendous striking from a distance, fluid movement, which we miss. We all miss that Izzy. The fluid, But Joe Pyfer as well. Another thing that Izzy struggles with is fucking takedowns, horrible takedown defense. And I think if Joe can get him down, he could probably ground and pound him. He could probably submit him. And if I'm being for real with you guys, the main way that I can see Joe winning this fight is if he can stop him. Same with Izzy. I could see Izzy getting the knockout, but I think if Joe can get him on the ground, he could finish the fight like that. He could get him on the ground and pound, and work in an arm triangle or a rear naked choke, because that's where Joe would have the advantage in is on the ground. But if he can't get a hold of him, then he's going to be sitting there standing up striking with Izzy. And I don't care how long it's been, bro. He's Israel Adesanya. So, who do I think's going to win? Right now, Joe Pyfer's favorite to win this fight. And honestly, I'm going to go with the underdog pick in Israel Adesanya. I think we'll see a vintage Izzy. I think he's going to go in there. He's going to get his striking going. I think we're going to get a vintage Izzy. As for how he'll win, I'm going to go with I'm going to say third round knockout. I'm going to go with third round knockout by Israel Adesanya. And if I'm wrong, I'll come on here and talk about how I'm wrong and how he lost. But for now, I'm going to take the underdog in this one and go with my boy Izzy. But that's it. That's all for today, folks. Y'all like and subscribe. Leave a comment and let me know what y'all think and who you guys think will also win this fight. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun fight. I can see this being a war, but I want to see Izzy pull it off, man. Seeing this dude get slept like crazy, and so bro needs something, right? We all need a dub every now and then, and I think this is the perfect fight for him to get one in. So, but until then, yo guys, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, peace.